What is up, everybody? We are back with the Derp Duo Slapdown round 2. Got an evening game for once. Probably later than some of you are used to. I know the Europeans are sleeping and East Coast is pretty late, but it's only 7 p.m. for me, so this is fine. We got a match between Combine Bob, Windrunner versus Mameluke and Leafman. They're getting into the draft right now. I got Sammy with me again. What's up, Sammy?
Hello and welcome to Slapdown, the Derp Duo Slapdown.
Yes, the Slapdown. I forgot to throw that in. It's not just the Derp Duos, it's the Derp Duos Slapdown.
Oh, come on. Is Sammy really qualified to be a caster? Element said. Can't believe it.
He's calling you out? I think so. I thought you were good last time. I had the volume down a little bit, and 3 was a bit much, so we're trying it with 2. I think the draft might be underway. Let's take a look at that. These players want to get right into it. Okay, looks like it hasn't quite started, but they are in. Interesting enough, these two teams, one of them wanted second pick. But because of that, the other team also wanted second pick, only because of that reason. They did a coin flip, and the team that just wanted it because the other one, Leafman's team, I think won the toss. So Bob and Windrunner have first pick when they wanted second. So I don't know the strat behind wanting second pick, but apparently they wanted it for some reason. Because everyone has wanted first pick this whole time. I think Sammy should control the mouse. Oh, like be the cameraman.
Dev says that because he finds you looking at gold and birds all the time. At least that's his complaint.
Awesome. Gold and birds. Black Wolo, Wola, Black Owl. Oh, Black Owl. Thanks for the follow, by the way. You did it right before the stream was on. And he thinks Bobby is gonna win, or Bob. Oh, and penguins. I think Paige is the one that looks at penguins more. Not gonna lie. I don't have the little penguin mod that shows the idle penguins. Good looking out with the follow, Argent Doom.
First pick also means first ban.
Yes.
So I guess if they ban Berbers and get Spanish, they could be in a good spot because they ban the counter and they have one of the best picks.
Yeah, I think Spanish will definitely be banned. I don't know what happened with my volume recently. It's been all screwed up. I'm trying to fix it again. It was perfect, and that's why last stream was kind of screwed up. So here goes the draft. It's underway. Persians. Okay. I said Spanish, but I mean, this is Leafman they're playing, so the Persian ban is not bad. And Spanish banned by, oh yeah, their first pick. What am I talking about? Second pick banned Spanish.
Banned Persians. They know they knew it was a possibility.
Mm-hmm. And I think Vietnamese could tie into knowing where they are for a possible douche. It's still very reliant on positions. You can't just douche on a map like Land Nomad just to do it. And Turks Kumans, that has to be Arena, and that's nasty in my opinion. I know Arena is Bob and Windrunner's map. I'm guessing Teutons and Koreans could be their Arena civs, but I don't play Arena that much. I know you're a lot better at it, Sammy.
Yeah, perhaps so. I'm just liking Bob's and Windrunner's civs a little better because they have Mongols, Berbers, Koreans, Teutons. Teutons good for arena. Britons as well. I guess they would use Britons on Haboob, maybe Mongols and Britons. Then Berbers and possibly Koreans, or I don't know, Koreans maybe on arena with some kind of
Yeah.
war wagon strat. That could be a possibility.
Yeah, they kind of have more of. We see a random. I don't know if this draft bugged or did that time out? Well, it had to have timed out. Okay, so there's a random, but it wasn't a bug draft. That's just kind of on them. They have to stick with it.
Yeah, it's hard to find your civs. Like there's so many. Like you want your civ, but then you start panicking. Like, oh my God, where is Goths?
This happened to
And
Bugu. He randomed
yep,
Pulse yesterday.
yep. Oh, well, Japanese can be good on perhaps
A boob?
Haboob. Yeah, Haboob, like as an archer civ, and maybe they could make. Okay, if they get the lame off, they could do like some kind of man arms into archers. That could be pretty strong. But
Right.
then again, if they have Mongols there, it'll be hard to lame them.
Yeah, I think overall I definitely like Bob and Windrunner's draft more. I do like the Kuman Turks arena. I think that's very nasty. By the way, how is Sammy's volume, guys in chat? Is it good? Does he need to be louder? I know I have all my stuff screwed up right now. I usually watch the recordings later. Too low. Okay, I'm gonna turn you up. Talk again,
So
Sammy. Just say whatever you want.
I completely agree with you that Bob and Windrunner's draft is superior to Leafman and Mameluke, but I think they could make it work.
Okay, is that good now or is he too loud? Sounds good to Argent Doom. Good enough. Good enough doesn't sound perfect, but it's fine. We'll just roll with it. Because it does suck when one person's loud and the other one's quiet. That's what I'm trying to avoid. I don't even have Age open. Yeah, I think they have a much better draft, minus Team Arena, but they don't have to win Team Arena. Now, the interesting thing here is this is a high and a low when you look at Bob's team against two mids. And it's two mids that have Leafman, who loves to just be disruptive, lame, PC douche. Obviously, you can't do that on Arena. It could be problematic for them. I think they have to win Land Nomad if you're Bob. I don't think you can lose that and walk away winning this set.
I suspect on Land Nomad, it's going to be Vietnamese from Mameluke and perhaps Turks or Cumans from Leafman. That's my prediction. And then I guess it's going to be Berbers and probably Mongols on
Berbers and
for
yeah,
Bob and Windrunner.
Berbers is so strong there too. They can deal with a lot of stuff. We saw them earlier kind of dominate that game. They had the answers for everything. I'm gonna have them send the ID just in case the name bugs out. I can see the game typing in Bob's name or Mameluke's name.
Have they started or are they just hosting right about now?
They're in the lobby. So all
Okay.
four players are in the lobby. I think this is going to be the craziest set of round two. We do have another set tomorrow. The first one was really good. We knew Magic's versus wow, I'm drawing a blank. Oh, versus Bean and Flowmass. We knew they were the underdogs. Heavy underdogs in that one. So that wasn't a surprise that that was like a 1 hour set. And
Do
that's
you think this is going to be 4 or 5 hours?
I mean, maybe it was best of 5. I think the top. These have been, when it goes to game 3, it's been about 2 hour matches. Unless we get to like the trade, the post imp, the super long game, we have not had one of those. Could happen on Team Arena. It definitely won't happen on Haboob. And it can rarely happen on Land Nomad. You get into the trade, everything's mined. And the game is up. Winner of this match will go on to face Bugu and Page in round 3, the semifinals. we are. We have, let me move this thing. Bob with the Berbers. In the gray. Windrunner with the Koreans. In the green. Kind of really close to the edge. That could be a little tricky with finding boars. It is sort of safe on the edge. Unless you're cornered. And in the red we have Mameluke. Playing the Vietnamese. And kind of near him is Leafman. I'm going to change Leafman's name. Leafman in the purple. Fix that real quick. Right.
Okay, well, purple and Leafman and Mameluke are kind of close to each other, and that has its benefits and sometimes drawbacks. But I guess they're not too close, so they'll have res.
Yeah, I think Mameluke will be competing for more boars because his teammate on the right of him and an enemy on the left. So he'll get the least amount of food. Especially
A
with the
re.
Berber. Oh, a re. Did you see re-typed?
Yes.
Cat on? Oh, I must have been slightly delayed.
Yeah, I sped up. Maybe for the next one we'll
Yeah,
speed
usually
up.
it automatically does. Interesting. Mameluke Leafman calling the re before 4 minutes. By a lot, it's possible the other guys might have read. You never know. I don't think they would have. That is the one re of the set. No, nothing wrong using it there. I think some people don't use them enough or don't use them at all.
Yeah, I think Mameluke's TC location was I mean he is next to the stone as the Vietnamese, but I guess he didn't want that. Because it's on the hill and
Who was right
it's kind of
next to him? Oh, it was Bob.
yes.
I kind of would have preferred to be right next to Bob with archers. Because then he's kind of relying on the lower elo player to carry and Windrunner. Windrunner's not a bad player. But if you can really disrupt Bob and slow him down. I don't know. Interesting re. Didn't seem like that bad of a position. Okay, they're back in the lobby.
It was also the time that it took Mameluke to find a location. Sometimes you could be very unlucky finding a wood line. Like his isn't even up. That's why there's still a treaty.
Oh, that's
It's
probably what it was. That could be like a Vil. If it takes like a minute to find a spot. Sometimes it takes 2 if you're really unlucky. Now the only bad news about using a re is if you somehow get unlucky now, you could be screwed. That's very unlikely. It's like 1 out of 10 to 20 starts. Probably 1 out of 15 that you get a really bad, can't find a TC spot. Yep. So game is back up. That was a re. I don't know what that username was. I didn't read it. I just changed it because it wasn't
wasn't
Leafman's name.
just so the players don't get confused. Is that right?
Yeah,
The
more
viewers
the viewers and myself. Kind of so I don't
don't
get confused.
don't want any confusion going on.
Now this is okay. I kind of like this. We have 2 allies right next to each other on the right with Leafman and Mameluke, and then we also have Windrunner and Bob in the south right next to each other. So this is going to be kind of cool. It's like a sort of top versus bottom almost. Should make for an interesting game. They're all going to be kind of competing against each other a little bit for boars, but that's gonna even it out. I think Windrunner and Bob are gonna have a little bit more trouble finding them so close to the corner, but it should be fine. Yeah, TCs are all down right away. Everyone's at 3 vills apiece.
Bob's a little bit behind. Just by he's down behind by a Vil.
Yeah, and Leafman is same. He's kind of on par with him, on
That's
same
true.
pace.
Okay.
Looks like everyone's pretty even. 2 of them will be ahead of Vil.
Mameluke had his down very quickly. So it won't matter, but I guess it is kind of way better for him this time that he got his TC down.
He's the first to hit 5 vills. You're right about that. Lamass says, feels like a slower Lombardia game now. I mean, it kind of is. This is top versus bottom, super far apart. I think we're going to definitely see FC by all of them. You never know. Someone could open scouts. But it's definitely a good FC setup when they figure out where each other is. And Leafman and Mameluke already know. They don't even have to look. They know they're way down there. Not a whole lot goes on at the beginning of these. Lots of board pulling. Just chilling.
The food situation for Windrunner could be a little tricky. He has those 3 deer. Maybe he'll find those 2 sheep, but he just has 1 boar. And the players at the top, like, they could expand a little bit more in terms of food. At least Red, Mameluke. I just
Yeah,
like his food situation a little bit better than Windrunner's.
yeah, they're so crunched over here with these wood lines. Windrunner actually could get 3 boars. 4 if he scouts enough. He only sees 1 extra one right now. I think
With 1 sheep,
Bob actually has the least.
it's hard to find it if you just have like 1 or 2 sheep scouting.
Right. Because Bob has 1 under his TC, has 1 in the back, 1 on the right, and then he has a far one if he does see it. So I think they both get 4 out of this actually.
Hold on, but Leafman, look at how much wood he's taking right now. Should be on those deer.
Yeah, he's very late to the boar. He's not milling.
Yep.
The boar is late.
Yep.
Now if he's FC'ing, it won't be terrible. I like to see food under your TC constantly on these. Now, Bob also, oh, he's got sheep though. He's eating sheep, so he's not like idling his food intake. And some players like to do 4 on mills, some like to do 3. I know he does 3. I don't know what you prefer, Sammy.
I do 3 because if you just micro them and like send them to the new sheep and let the last little bit rot, it seems to be like the best in terms of the idle time.
I guess they do last longer on it, because 4 of them, then they have to all walk back or do something, and they eat it
Yeah,
quicker.
I personally do 3.
Okay.
I think 3 is best, in my opinion.
Maybe I'll try that. I've always done 4, but I'm seeing all you guys do 3. Maybe you guys know something I don't.
Yeah, but if it's like mega random and there's like a lot of deer, like 6, then you send
3
like
to
6 bills, or yeah, you send 6 bills and you split them up like 3 and 3,
3 and 3.
and then you micro them. Obviously, like you don't want to
Have to make
like
those little trips of
yeah, you
nothing.
don't want to make exactly, and that's probably why you send 4. Like if you're not gonna micro it and you're gonna pay attention elsewhere, yeah, maybe do 4.
Yeah, I think that's why I like 4, because oftentimes you're like pulling all kinds of boars. You're scouting with sheep. I don't know, I guess you could shift click. I don't know. Probably not that hard to do. Something I haven't really got into. We see pings from Mameluke. I think he's pinging a boar. I need
Yeah,
more
probably walked out
boars.
of into the flog and then he saw it.
Yep. They're pinging boars. I'm gonna wait to listen in, because I just feel like any strategy or anything like that, there's not gonna be much to be said right now. And we see 2 boars coming in at once by Mameluke. Little sheep block for 1. Not the best boar kill. It's actually several tiles away from this TC.
What civs do you prefer more in post-imp?
Post-imp here, I feel like Lithuanians with relics, Rattans could be great because they have the camel archers with the Berbers and all that, but that just seems. And Koreans, I would say, yeah, Leafman and Mameluke have the edge here. I don't know. What do you think?
Um, it's just I like Berbers and Koreans here a little bit more in post-imp.
In
It's just a
post-imp.
matter of can they get to that composition. Like if Koreans get to like mass towers, Halboninger and Berbers get to like full cav, like camel archer, something like that, that could be really really strong.
Okay. And they do have the flexibility of the camels or the knights early. It's kind of nice the whole way there. Even Castle Age.
Yeah, it looks like a little bit of a team wall. So scouts might not get any damage, and they pretty much have safe gold. Yeah, both of them have safe gold, and there's safe stone in the back.
Yeah, and even in the south, Windrunner and Bob could do a team wall too.
Yep.
Definitely probably going to see double team wall here. And Bob is up. So he went up at 25. This is all FC builds, it looks like. He's on gold. Don't think we're going to see scouts or anything like that. It's just FCs all around. Which makes a lot of sense here. Gold might come in a little late for Windrunner. He's just now going on to gold and he's almost halfway to feudal. But he is throwing extra bills, so he's going to have 5 on gold. I think he'll be okay.
Yeah, but no wood. Like, look at his wood situation.
Oh yeah, he does not have the wood. He's going to have to make several vills. It's not going to be a 26 plus 2 type of
Well, both
click.
of them just market blacksmith. They already have the wood. They have the buildings. Just the drawbacks of being a high-low.
Yeah,
I think it benefits the high-low team if they're like close to their opponent. Like if Windrunner was close to his opponent, he just goes either archers or unique unit. It could be really tough to deal with. I don't know who wins, Ratton versus Warwagon. I think Warwagon wins, even though there's a lot of pierce armor, the health and stuff.
yeah, they just don't take a lot of damage. From any kind of archer. I know Rattans hit a little harder. War wagons are definitely strong. And I'm sure that's what he's going to go right out the gate. Although, is he on stone?
Yeah, but the Korean bonus, if he just gets on it as soon as he clicks up, he should have enough
Just throw a
generally.
bunch on it.
Yep.
Yeah, so both Mameluke and Leafman are up kind of a lot before the other team. Bob's up. We see the market going up. Runner's about to click. He's got the res with 10 more gold. 10 more force drop. Okay, he should click. Oh, does he only have one building? Yeah, he didn't have the blacksmith yet. Wow. We're gonna need to make another bill.
Yeah, the food situation kind of caused this. Even though he got it, like all the food that he needs, it was the walking time to go to all these extra deers and stuff that really hurt him. So he's gonna have to be far behind them in terms of cast light.
Sure is. We see the team wall almost done.
The range from Windrunner is not something I necessarily agree with. Um, like he won't have that mass out. I feel like if he just went feudal archers, I mean it's kind of tricky considering he just didn't have the food.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe if he sent the villas out earlier to the other food and just went for like fast archers, yes, he would be up later, but like right now, he could have like 10, 15 archers at this point.
Now it's
And
like
like he
kind
could
of
deny
late.
TCs. Yeah, he could deny TCs and stuff like that.
At this point, it's like, why not
They have no
wagons?
military. Yep, yep. Because the archers, they're gonna fall off with the Rattans. At least with wagons, you have that castle up. You could like dive TCs with the wagons with the free armor.
We see 2 TCs coming down for Leaf Man. One for Mameluke. They're going for the big boom here. And we have 2 stables from Combine. Nothing. He's queuing up camels.
But the TCs are going to be up. Like, he can't pressure TCs with the camels. Maybe when he sees the TCs, he immediately goes into knights. But then again, by the time that happens, Rattans are going to be out, and they could really kite the knights. Voice
And
crack, sorry.
even a monastery coming up from Leafman. Doesn't feel like there's going to be a whole lot of damage. I think those feudal archers earlier, like you were saying, it would have kept them a lot more enclosed. Not all this expansion with TCs that they're getting. And now a TC from Windrunner. It's interesting, like double range, but no production out of it. It just didn't seem like the time to be doing that. No one's on gold.
Yeah, it's going to be both teams kind of booming, but the team in the north just has the advantage
Yeah,
in
they
terms
got
of vill count and whatnot.
Tesla Tank says, what a happy, peaceful game. I mean, I think this is the most peaceful one we've seen, minus these camels finally
Wait,
arriving.
Combine Bob has 1 death. Do you know what that is? Perhaps a vill?
Let's see. Eco
He's the only one
KD,
with.
he lost a Vil
Okay.
to a boar. Must have been a boar.
Yeah, definitely not a wolf. So.
Because I think deletions don't even show that. Like I
Yep.
saw a game where someone deleted and it didn't show up on the Eco KD.
So he lost a vill to a boar.
Yep. And that's with Berbers. He probably just forgot about it because it's very hard to lose a Berber Vil. Because the speed. This is slow Lombardia was a good description. That's what this is kind of looking at like right now. Cheap says, yikes, combine throw. Yeah, you don't want to lose a Vil this early, especially with them being so ahead. It's kind of going to snowball a little bit.
Well, they won't lose the game because of that vill.
Yeah, it's just another thing to add on being late, being behind. It's
The
another.
ranges from green probably a bigger mistake because they're just completely idle right now. Like why not just make a third, fourth TC if you're gonna do that? There's just no military from either one.
Right. I don't like the Lithuanian sending the 2 monks together. I think if you want relics, they should definitely
Well, he's chasing the camels,
Oh, okay. He wants to like double convert maybe.
but camels completely useless. At this point, he's just killed the deer with those 2 camels. If you're looking at the top,
Yeah.
but I guess he's not. But just no value from those 2 camels and those 2 stables.
And
So
Mameluke and Leafman are both housed right now. It's
yeah,
kind
but
of
they
fun.
read the map very well. Like they knew they were far from their opponents and were like, yeah, we can't really do any damage. So the safest play would just be at TCs and play post imp.
Yeah, and that's what this is definitely going towards, a Boomfest and a post-imp. But I mean, you said you prefer Windrunner and Combine, but probably not behind at this point.
Well, it's a tricky comp to get to. Perhaps if it plays out this way, then maybe I would favor Leafman and Mameluke. But anything could still happen. Truthfully, they still haven't won the game. It's still
Yeah,
fairly even.
Pinville difference.
Yeah, it's very small, but if there was a position, I would probably pick Leafmans and Mamlukes
Yeah,
at
the
this point.
Rattans are coming out. I feel like these double ranges are maybe never going to be used. Because you just can't go ARB against Rattans. It's kind of worthless. They don't hurt them. Especially if you get to Amp, which this is going to go to, it looks like. Pick the res. Yeah, it's just a Boomfest right now. And it's kind of staying at that 10 build difference. They're not really closing in or falling further behind. More TCs coming up.
Farm TC from Leafman. Questionable decision, but it
Yeah,
is what it is.
you don't see that every day.
I think the vills on the farms are gonna walk back to the other TC before this TC completes. So it's just really bad. Yeah, like those 2 vills are gonna walk
Yep.
back. Will he notice it?
1, 2.
It's very
Maybe
minor, but
the other ones might even. We have some little click walls. The first military building besides a monastery going up for Leafman. Is he gonna get this conversion? Oh,
oh,
that's a
I think
uphill.
yeah. If he didn't move, I think he kills it. Pretty sure.
Yeah, I think that high ground kind of saved that
Yeah, he
monk.
should have either went up to the high ground immediately, or maybe if he just stays and doesn't move. I don't know. 17 HP. Does it die? Does it die to
I
the
don't
monk? Like the monk
I
died
don't know,
to
but
the scout? Right?
here comes camels, and that's 2 relics that Leafman's gonna now have. He needs 2 more, but I mean it's a great start to have 2. I think these camels can't do anything here. They're running under castles.
Just 6 camels that are just completely useless that he
Yeah,
invested in.
no
I think at
ballistics.
this point it's really tricky for them.
An awkward matchup. I mean, even camel archers, they wouldn't be good against Rattans. I'd rather see knights. I thought he would have switched earlier.
There is a hole on the far right side. Leafman didn't wall off, unless that's a visual bug.
That is a hole. That is an unbuilt
Okay.
house.
Yep. So that could come into play. Oh, he's
Now,
building
the
it.
villager's going there to fix it. I think he
Yeah, but
noticed.
there's a scout. But there's a scout there guarding the relic.
Oh.
That's very annoying for Leafman.
Yeah, because another vill will have to go down and need escort or something to clean that up.
Yep, he sees it.
And we
Bill
see
goes
war
down.
wagons coming out. We see imp for Mameluke. A rip to that vill. I like that. Guarding the relic. Also, the wall's exposed. They're trying to super wall this up. I kind of like this. Any raids, anything like that, walling it this early, I love what they're doing here. There's no pressure. You're ahead on vills, although they've caught up. It's now 173 vills apiece. Dev says need more outposts. Yeah, I know you'd have them everywhere. And the map explored for Windrunner and Combine, it's almost the entire map at this point. They've done a great job, where if you look at Leafman and Mameluke, it's a little over 50%. These scouts have just... He didn't open scouts, but he just used them to kind of explore everything. We now see Rattans moving forward. Ooh. He's going to intercept these vills on the castle. Yeah, this is going to get denied. That's a pretty big play right there for Mameluke. I think the war
Combine
wagons...
Bob sending 3 more scouts to the far right side. That wall is never going to go up. Oh, he's sending 2 monks, so he's just going to lose those 2 vills plus the 2 monks.
Yeah, these Rattans have the numbers to actually easily fight these war wagons. Needs a lot more, and that second castle was super important. Mameluke wants to put a castle in front of that castle. He's going to need Bob's help, and Bob is coming, but I mean, these are camels. I think they'll be able to push him back. The vills are coming forward. This is a big moment right now. See if they're gonna... Yeah, they're gonna see this castle. I'm gonna listen in to Bob and Windrunner and their reaction to this castle. They don't see the castle. Oh gosh. Something needs to move
They have one
forward.
less range, I think.
Is this castle gonna go up unnoticed?
Yeah, they're trying to make sure that castle stays denied.
I'm just hard booming.
Okay, they're gonna see it now. Go a little more forward. I think this castle's gonna go up stealthily on them.
I'm a little bit behind on my boom because just didn't boom super well.
Oh, they
I have
see the gate now?
120 bills
Okay.
now.
They
Oh,
know
they're
something's up.
walling it in.
They
Oh well,
just
that's
think
okay.
he's walling that in. This
That's
castle's gonna
fine.
be a
We'll get it
big surprise. And
We'll
Imp,
shoot a mangonel. He'll scare those
Yeah,
guys.
I'm bringing
Can
the
repair it with one
mangonel.
bill.
they can trap down Windrunner's castle here too. Now they know.
Oh, I'm not gonna get that castle.
Oh, okay. They're gonna trap you then.
Yeah,
I'm up.
I am too.
I'm gonna switch over to the audio for Mameluke. And the other team.
This is going really good for us.
Fortunately, I'm slow. I don't have much army.
Treb's coming out. This push is gonna get
I
kinda
have-
nasty.
I'm floating so many res.
Did you have stone? I guess you need you.
No, I have no stone.
Oh.
I like the comp more from Combine and Windrunner. I just don't see what Leafman does here.
They're both Castle Age. I'm going in.
Leafman has no military. Like, Combine has so many camels.
Okay, sure.
The war wagon numbers are starting
It's
to
not coming now. Oh, nice. Very
grow.
nice.
Leafman just needs help, perhaps.
Well, elite lights.
It's not great, but
it's a bit slow to get everything they need.
it will do. Help is probably the best thing that Leafman could do.
He's gonna wait for imp upgrades. Is there still both castle age?
Thank you.
Yeah, you're gonna lose the castle, but just keep buying time.
Really need us to make some fucking castles.
Market's coming down for Leafman and Combine. Leafman and Mameluke, rather. Sorry. They have markets,
Alright, we need to kill some of these
at least on the
camels
right side.
Yeah, I think
before
it's
they get
Right.
imp
a little
upgrades.
early, but I mean they do have a great trade route set up.
I need more on wood. Let's go.
I don't have imp upgrades. I mean, I do. I just don't have numbers. Try the next
Alright,
castles.
I want to
yeah.
switch back to the
that
other
pops
team
aside.
for when they pounce. I think they're planning it.
Yeah, they're destroying. my
Losing those
castles.
castles is
Hard.
horrible
I'm waiting
for
for my upgrades.
Windrunner.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's fine.
That's his war wagon production. Which one has the upgrade?
Imps.
Oh, wait a sec.
Oh, it's a
Oh,
back
he's
one.
got another one. Okay, he's got a safe one. I still think with all these
Bottom.
camels, the upgrade coming in, I think they're gonna pounce this hard. And elite war wagons
Okay, I'm
in,
upgraded fully now.
we're gonna see a big jump
Just
here.
waiting for my upgrades to come in.
Leafman needed help here. The cav just, it doesn't do anything. Like they just died to the camels, and I feel like Leafman's making a huge mistake. But
Use this
I
part
think
of the
they're
map.
so much in a lead
There's, like,
now
nothing
that
there.
it's kind of
You can
hard.
mine stone there
It's
too.
just hard to throw.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay, you want to fight? got the
I am
hammer.
ready whenever you are.
Okay, let's go.
Okay.
He said, let's go. Come on, Windrunner. Here comes the jump. That's a lot of camels. I think the war wagons need to be on Mameluke, and he's pivoting. The numbers are kind of falling for Bob and Windrunner. 50 to 100.
No more camels.
Yeah, the camels are dead. This is actually looking really good for
Cool, that went well.
Yeah, there the onagers or whatever.
Well-
Spam those fucking units.
the latest need to come in. This is still kind of close, but the numbers are falling.
Mess up cavalry a bit. Okay.
Yeah, Leafman just, I don't know, he doesn't have the right army.
I wish I
I
was
have
being
to say
closer
it.
to
Like,
here.
Lightus are strong, but I guess they're strong against the knights. But he was just making, okay, he's switching to knights, so Lightus makes sense here now. But I feel like Halb was probably the better move. He doesn't get any of the upgrades for Litz, but still, like, it counters war wagons and it counters the camels and knights.
This push is continuing. Elephants are now coming in for the Vietnamese. And elite battle elephant is in.
If you have res, add onager. It'll clean this up easy. Spam.
And it's still kind of close. These castles dying is definitely not good for Windrunner.
Tough.
Yeah, but this is a
Thank you.
Mameluke carry here.
Yeah,
100%.
He has so many ratans. Bob was asking for onager, but I don't know if the res is there. I don't see any kind of onager tech coming. Mameluke has been big this game.
This is where we see that war wagons kind of don't do that well here, and where the Halb onager comp from Koreans is stronger.
They are cleaning this up hard.
Oh boy.
Lightus is kind of
Dang
paying
good.
off now
Yeah, my shit's getting
that
cleaned.
Bob has
Yeah.
no more camels.
Yeah, I think we're going to
Lightus
see a
Way
GG.
better.
And it's possible they do something, but I don't really see
Elephants
what
will
they can do here to turn this around. They have the trade set up if they want it. They don't need it. Map control. I want to see the kills from Mameluke right now. Like he's got a ton. 174 kills, 49 deaths for Mameluke. He's just mega carried this game. And they just had the earlier jump. They were trubbing
is that?
castles. Since
Oh.
that
Yeah.
one
Keep
the
castle was
reboom on this
denied.
side.
I am trying.
Yeah, just build as much shit as you can there.
I'm gonna deafen them.
I still have a high population.
I don't see how they lose at this point.
I agree. And like we heard talks of a reboom. The raids are coming in, Latus all over the eco, there's holes everywhere. Leafman's just gonna run on in and feast on vills. There's wood lines exposed. And the push from Mameluke is just, it's a death ball that's not gonna stop. There's no onager. The fill lead is still in Bob and Windrunner's favor, but not for long. It's plummeting. And even the elite battle elephants timing. What a great game Mameluke had. Dev says Windrunner's making Korean light cav.
Yeah, I guess to raid.
Yeah, but aren't they fully walled? There's no way to get into their main eco. They played this so well. They had all the time in the world to do what they wanted. And that kind of happens with this start.
I think it comes back to the two ranges that Windrunner made, and I didn't see any archers. So that was definitely res that could have went into perhaps a castle drop. I feel like if this is the case and they have Koreans, one thing that could have been really strong, like FC from Berbers and FC from Koreans, but Koreans just does a castle forward.
Right. The ranges were very weird. You see that in feudal.
Yep.
You don't typically see that in castle, and then also nothing built out of them.
Yep.
So it's like if you're gonna do it, at least make them. Even if it's castle, make some crossbows, something. I don't know. I typically like to go more in the center if you want to do archers early. You can get to anyone. Across the map, you can't. That's how I was kind of playing archers. Go in the middle with like Saracens or something, eat TCs.
And
I mean, there's
Combine.
Go ahead.
Sorry, he doesn't have the last imp attack on his cavalry.
Yeah, you're right. He's doing his best to hold on. The Vills, they still have the Vill lead, but the military, it's 3-1. And the gold is 20k to 6k. Now, I know he wanted to try to raid with these light cav. There's just no way in.
And the longer they hold that army there with the castles, they just can't have trade. So like it's kind of an unlosable game at this point. Just you just have to hold on. The other team just has to hold their position, and they can't lose because they have no trade and markets are up on the left. It's very hard for them to win this.
Right.
Then again, Combine could chop into their base at the top right is lumber camp. Just needs to chop one tree.
Oh yeah. There's the
Okay, but
GG's
they were signed.
called.
Yeah.
Didn't seem like there was much hope. Just sort of snowballed. We knew they had the lead and they were just getting more and more ahead. Dev says Windrunner just really didn't make the right army. He needed to switch out WW and Imp, or War Wagons and Imp.
Yeah, I agree. Hellbonninger is the better comp for the Koreans.
And it would
Um,
have dealt with both of
in
what they
Castle
were
Age,
facing.
War wagons are kind of that's where they're at their strongest because they get the free armor, right? So that's where you want to utilize the war wagon. In post imp, I think that they should be Hellbonninger. They have the extra range. It counters both Rattans and Lightus. But then again, he'll have the camel. So Hellbonninger would have been much stronger at this point.
Yeah, maybe being the lower elo, he's not fully aware of that comp. I mean, Bob might know to tell him that. We don't know what was said. I agree though. I think if you're gonna go Koreans, you need to have those war wagons out early and
Yeah,
being
and
annoying and doing damage and let
it's not like
Bob
the
carry
stone is
later.
sorry. It's not like the stone is useless as well. It's just you use the stone for like towers. Um, and towers extra range. They outrange bombard cannons, so then they could pretty much only make trebs. And then Combine Bob could just snipe the trebs with his cavalry, or the onagers could snipe the trebs,
Yeah,
the
and
extra range.
Deb made a point. Bob did say make onager. He says I don't think it was as forceful as he needed to be, but Bob's a very mellow dude, so he just said it like he normally would. But yeah, maybe he'd be like, dude, you need to be making these onagers right now. I don't know. Yeah, and Lomas says reverse sweep from Team Bob incoming. We saw a reverse sweep yesterday. Why not another one today? Who knows? I think this definitely is far from over. That's just game one.
Is their map Team Arena? Bob and Windrunner's map is Team Arena,
Yeah,
or
we are heading to Team Arena. But, I mean, they got Kuman's Turks. I don't know what you have up your sleeve, but Kuman's Turks is nasty no matter what. And I'm going to hold off on saying it. Let me get this Civ draft updated a little bit. So the Koreans fall. The Berbers fall. And the
Newton's Berbers? If there's one, there's a few civs that could deal with Kuman's Turks. It is definitely Britons and Teutons, or did I say that wrong?
I think you
I
said.
mean,
I don't know, actually.
okay, yeah, Cumans and Turks struggle against Britons and Teutons, in my opinion.
I think they have to go them here too. You gotta even it up. You gotta all in just to keep the series going. I mean, actually, I guess you gotta win both, so you don't have to all in, because you need to look at it like we need to win this game and the next game.
Or perhaps it's Mongols for Team Arena. That could be pretty strong. Like a boom into Mangadai.
Yeah, I do like Teutons, cheaper farms, resistance. Ethiopians are great on Haboob. But I think it could definitely be Britons and Teutons. See if they're in the lobby.
I have to say, if they win this game, well, Bob and Windrunner, they have the better civs for Haboob because what do they have? Japanese and Huns? Like
Yeah,
Japanese, yeah, they have fully upgraded ARB, right? But compared to like Britons or Ethiopians or Mongols in terms of archers, like they don't compare. They're just way worse. There's argument for going for like the men at arms, and that way you could like even it out. But if you wall off the front early when you see the barracks or you see the score jump from the barracks, then you kind of just wall it out, and the men at arms just die to the archers that you make.
right, and you have Ethiopians, you can go up quicker and have the archers out,
Absolutely, absolutely.
deal with it. I think the Japanese was a random. It could be used because it kind of works, like you're saying. Very good men-at-arms. Keep eco buildings. Let's see. Let's go, Bobby. Bring it home. Says Black Owl. Teutons maybe open help. Switch into Paladin. Super strong versus humans. I think he meant to say Turks, humans. Oh yeah, Turks. I think this game was a good perspective on Leafman that he can play standard if he needs to. That's a good point. Everyone thinks of Leafman as this lamer, TC doucher, scrappy player that does one thing, but we just saw him play pretty damn good himself. Yeah, that was a Mameluke carry, but Mameluke wouldn't have carried without Leafman's help. But this is a good team. I mean, obviously the series has just begun, but. And someone mentioned something about J-Dubs. I don't know. Is Mameluke a big upgrade from J-Dubs, or are they about the same? I don't know J-Dubs enough. I know Mameluke's a good player, a really good player. I don't know if you have any insight on J-Dubs compared to Mameluke, Sammy.
I would say Mameluke is an upgrade, but I
Jeep
mean
says a
it's
thick
been done.
upgrade.
It's been done. We just have to
Yeah,
I don't know.
it is what it is. It kind of shows that 1v1 elo is not like the say all rate people method. And obviously there's some players that don't even have 10 or 100 1v1s, but there's these upper players where one could be a 1500, but then this 1450 is way better at team games than them.
Mameluke just has the experience of playing 1v1s, playing tournaments, doing drafts and whatnot. I'm not sure who did the draft in this case for Leafman and Mameluke, but actually it seems like a Leafman draft,
I think
honestly.
it's
But
both. These players, their styles come together very well. It's a very good match. The scrappiness, Mameluke likes to do weird things too. I have an idea of what we're gonna see on Arena. I don't think it's gonna be the conventional thing everyone's expecting. Waiting to get into the game to talk about it.
they do have good arena picks, Leafman and Mameluke, but when it comes to the next map, I could see them struggling.
I agree. Do you think he would try to douche Bob if it gets to a game 3?
Like a Kumandouche?
Probably not. I think Kumans are gonna 100% be here. But whatever Civ it is, do you think just to kind of slow him down?
I don't think he's douching. I don't think Leafman's gonna douche. I might be completely wrong, but I just don't see it. Like, if you wanted to douche, I just don't see the Civ. And I don't think it would work in this kind of situation because Windrunner's, he's 1100. He's pretty competent.
Yeah, he can. I think he's an 1100, but I think he's improved quite a bit.
Yeah, I don't think it's worth it to douche in this kind of matchup. And
Okay.
lately, I've Leafman's douches, like, they haven't been in range. They haven't been in range of the opponent's TC. So
I saw that nickname in Sheep Kingdom. I'm assuming he must have had a game where it was right out of range.
yeah, and I told him he wasn't in range, but he didn't listen, and we lost.
Wow.
We lost.
That's hilarious. Doesn't he have the... He has to have the range thing on, I assume.
I guess it was scouting. He didn't have the scouting to know it wasn't in range. I guess he just assumed because of the houses. But like maybe
Okay.
his opponent built the house, I don't know, too close or too far,
Game is
and
up.
he had the wrong idea. I'm
I
gonna load
see.
into it.
Game is up. Game 2. Team Arena. We do have the Turks and the Kumans from Mameluke and Leafman. But on the other side, okay, you did say maybe Mongols. And here, it's Mongols for Bob and Teutons for Windrunner. Immediately deleting the back walls. That can be quite annoying. Now that it's in, because I don't know, sometimes the players are listening to us in between the matches. So I didn't want to say anything. I know Mameluke loves to do a feudal push with Kumans. This might be too far. He does it on normal arena. He likes to do feudal rams with archers in them, with like something like a Turk scout follow up. Now they could do the Kuman boom with the fast Turk amp, but I'm saying the feudal aggression is also on the table. Mameluke loves to do that, and I know they were practicing before this game, so maybe he was working on that with Leafman. I don't know if that'll happen, but be pretty interesting if it does.
That's true. I've heard Mameluke. He does that, or he has done that in the past, and it's possible. It is quite far, but I think they could make it work.
Yeah, they definitely could.
Especially if they think it's a Kuman boom and they decide to FC and just to pressure. If they do that, they could easily die to the Rams.
Now already I'm thinking it might be that because he's sending a third Vil to wood. If you're trying to Kuman boom, you're gonna go with 2 Vils.
That is a good point.
So this could be a hint of that might be coming. I forget the pop. I think it's something like 26 pop. I don't know if it works on this distance. I know you want to do it to your flank, a normal arena, because it's so close.
Yeah, and if that Vil gets picked off, it's just so bad. And there are a lot of wolves on this map. Like if you go down the middle, like
Yeah,
you'll at
there
least encounter
are.
one wolf. That's just the thing. Like
They're staggered all
maybe
the
if
way
you go around the
across.
left. Okay, on the left and on the far right. No, on the far right there's a wolf as well.
Yeah.
Like he'll have to scout the wolves. Like that actually is something they'll have to do if he wants to do that siege workshop.
Yeah, and he is kind of scouting. 3 on wood though. That's not Kuman boom.
Maybe he does it with 3. It is possible. He's just not as experienced doing the Kuman boom. But
Yeah, that's true. Everyone has these different builds. Maybe it's like a 21 up, 22 up into Kuman boom.
post imp though, I have to say, Combine Bomb, Windrunner, Mongols plus Teutons,
Nasty.
just way stronger than Kuman's Turks.
Yeah, I don't think there's any chance if this goes on. They know they have to kill.
So if they do like neuter one of them with like some kind of early push with like Jannies, it could work out, like especially with Kumans, Mass Knights, Rams.
It's always hard to deal with. Every time when we were playing practice games, me and BC, we totally clapped with Kuman's Turks. Even when they knew it was coming, they had Teutons, they massed army, and it's not enough. You do it right. Maybe you could somehow deal with it. I don't know. I don't think it's enough. One of the nastiest castle age combos in the game.
It's just would Leafman make his first castle defensively and then his next one forward?
They're both kind
Because
of
if you,
paranoid. Their scout play. They're looking for each other's scouts.
yep, guarding each other, very smart.
Now this was a
Don't wanna
20
lose
up.
scout.
This is a Kuman boom. Mameluke is up. Okay, he just has 3 on wood. It's a different build, whatever he did.
Yeah, it's still a good build. It's like it barely makes a difference. Like, if you have to idle to do that, then it's not worth it. But though they should be looking for the scouts right now because he's up. Looks up.
Yeah, I think they're communicating that the Kuman's probably about to be up. Let's get out of here. It looks like they're going to go back home to be safe.
They should see that Mameluke's score is much lower. But then again, Windrunner's score. I guess he queued up a lot of. No, he queued feudal. That's why his score dropped.
Oh, yep.
So they could have also looked at the score to know that he was up, but I don't know if that was the case.
And Mongols and Teutons. Yeah, that just seems kind of like a drag the game on, stop the pressure that's coming. I'm sure the Teuton will probably make knights. You can't just butt sit and wait to die against this. If you drop TCs and boom, they will kill you. The TC's coming up from Mameluke. Actually building it with 9 vills. That might be an accident. This is Combine Bob's team arena, Dev. So it is the improved one. There's more aggression, there's more gold on the outside, which I like. So attacking does have its advantages.
Yep, and Leafman is on stone. 4 on stone. I think it's 3 on stone, then 2. But maybe he's doing like a double castle kind of thing, so he's just gonna load up the stone. He's doing maybe 1 castle defensive, get those Jannies out, secure the front of the map, get that second castle forward, and the Kuman Knights just come on in.
Let it on in. Yeah,
Yep.
that'll get the wall open for sure.
And if that occurs, then they could easily win because they won't be in that post-imp, like Mongols and Teutons won't be in that post-imp situation where they have the better army comp. It's just like they're an imp, right? But they don't have like Hal Boninger plus Elite Mangadai and Rams and stuff like that. They'll just be like kind of just like with a little bit of army rather than just fully boomed. Even if they do defend it, it'll be kind of more manageable for the Turks and the Kumans.
Right? And Chief says they are not doing the strat they've practiced earlier. Kinda glad, not gonna lie. I think the strat was feudal aggression, and I don't think it works on this map. It's too far. I know he loves to do it on normal arena. I don't think we'll see it in this tournament on this map. And that makes a point. I wonder if Team Combine are nervous to face Team Leafman in the post-Imperial again. I think this time they want to face them post-Imperial, but will they get to post-Imperial? That's the biggest concern in my opinion.
Windrunner on stone. Probably perhaps defensive castle. 5 on stone, yeah, okay, it's for a defensive castle. The question is, does Teutons want to be doing a defensive castle?
I'd honestly rather just see knights, monks.
Yeah,
They have capped rams from Kumans if they really want.
both of them, both Combine Bomb and Windrunner are on stone.
Yeah, so castles from both most likely. Don't think it stops the Turk push. Now Janissaries it does help. If it was more the fast Turk imp into bombards.
Okay, let's talk
hand
about
cannons?
castle position. Okay, if they wall up the front, make a castle right where Windrunner's gold and stone is there, and just wall in towards it, they should be okay, and just mangonels behind. Okay, Ville's coming forward.
Bills from
No loom.
Oof.
See if he scouted the wool. Okay, but Windrunner and Combine are gonna miss
I
it.
think
Yeah,
a wolf is gonna get a kill. Yeah, they're gonna
Windrunner and
miss it.
Combine Bomb.
I
Yeah.
don't like the no loom. I've seen games completely lost because of that. And it's not very many vills. Okay, Castle Age for Windrunner. He's immediately putting a TC. It's great teamwork by their scouting, kind of checking things out. Now they might spot this. They know it's coming. They know Castle's here and this is the time. They're gonna check the front. I think they're gonna spot this. And Loom is coming in. Okay, so that's right before the wolf is gonna hit that Vill, Loom will get in.
Leafman is gonna do a second castle afterwards.
And the castle coming up for Bob on the right. And I think there's gonna be one on the left, like he said.
I don't know about this. It's too far away. I guess he just wants to break in, but like this, they could easily just wall it off.
Yeah, they can wall it.
Okay. Oh, scout kind of a throw.
Yeah,
Mameluke.
and they spot it. Mameluke's
He's
fighting
running away.
without his buddy.
Oh, okay. This is good. This is good at least.
Fletching coming in for Leafman. He wants the castle to have more damage.
I think they win with the light cav, even though Teutons gets the extra armor. I'm not sure how it compares actually.
And Mameluke is up. So the Kuman is up. This is interesting that, yeah, the light cav is turning this quite easily. So it initially was good for them, but that free light cav, pretty powerful. And here
They
comes
do
those
see the castle.
walls. Here comes those, yeah, Bob scouted it during that little hustle they had. I think these walls here, it's gonna really slow it down. Janissary's coming out. Now Mameluke, I don't see a barracks or stables.
It's gonna be a second castle in their base, and that second castle will deny the main gold from Windrunner.
Oh
And
wait,
if that's the case, it's hard for them to deal with Kumits. Because Mongols, yes, you could get to Mangadai, but Mangadai do struggle against like heavy cav. Because like you just have to keep kiting, and in this kind of like they're not Hera or Viper. Their micro it has flaws, so he won't be able to like completely kill off the cavalry like
is
paladin
this
stuff.
castle
It's
even
definitely
gonna go up? Yeah, he needs to put a lot more vills. He's gonna lose vills to
no
get this
loom,
thing
no
up.
loom.
Oh gosh.
It goes up.
He's gonna lose a lot
Does
of
it?
vills with no loom. It'd be a mega throw.
Getting loom now. He's halfway.
Okay, okay. Still. Not in. These
Goes up.
things are dropping like flies. It has to go up. That's not what you want to see. It was a little bit late. But yeah, let's listen to what Combine's saying. He's down to 34 vills. 32 vills.
Now he
Keeps it
resumed
out.
the normal program.
I see a weak spot kind of in the middle of the two castles. There's the house and the barracks. I
For
mean,
sure.
they could drop more walls behind that. But Leafman just backs.
Makes it
Now-
second castle there. I feel like that's a mistake.
Garrison your
This
castle,
isn't a
careful.
Kuman flood
Ready for that.
coming.
Oh,
This is
Yep.
more of a...
Okay, now boom,
Oh
boom,
wait,
boom.
okay, he wants to go Rams. I would love to see the Night Flood, honestly. But he only has one stable. I think a Magano kind of easily stops this. But when I say that, there's no
It's
siege
gonna go in
workshop.
and make cannons. Just need to defend from
And
that shit.
They should suspect it and make a siege workshop. 100%.
should I start making knights for that, or?
But then
what?
again, the Jannies,
how many
they
farmers
could
do you have?
snipe potentially the
That's
Mangonel. They just
Ah,
dive
in
the Rams.
range.
Yeah, yeah, I see.
Oh, they could go in the Rams and just snipe the...
Oh, that would be incredible, actually. Janny's in Rams, fire, hop in. It doesn't take very many of them to kill it. The pressure is coming.
Are you fucking kidding me? I can't range it because I'm fletching. Jesus.
Oh gosh,
Wow. Should have got it.
he deleted that stone wall.
That's unfortunate.
I think this is a 2-0. I hate to call it early, but
We don't see any knights or any military from the Teuton. I think the Teuton has to be making stuff here. Okay, the stable's coming up. I'd like to see more walls are gonna go up. They're in trouble. Turks and Kumans are very nasty to deal with on this map. Home map or not.
Add another TC or two. Get those TCs down.
I know he knows more than what I know, I'm sure, but I feel like more TCs. I don't know. What do you think about that here?
I don't know about that. I don't think that's that great. They kind of have to defend this. Maybe he thinks that the Magadai are enough. Okay, so Magadai are going out. He wants to see what's there.
But you
And I
have to
think
know
he's
the
gonna see the siege
Kuman's
workshop.
bringing something. You have to know.
Let me check his fog of war. He did not see it. He did not see the
delete
siege
that wall
workshop.
segment.
They don't know all these
They still have no
Rams.
idea.
But you have to assume that it's Kumans. It's
Just
arena.
get out of here. What the hell?
They don't do nothing. And these Rams are gonna get in so fast. Are they gonna be shocked by this? And here's the Rams.
Magadai out of position.
Here's the oh shit moment.
Well, they've got rams coming.
I'm coming. Pump those knights. Repair the castle.
No knights queued until just now.
Build some stables in the back.
I don't think you can catch up on the military
no more
numbers.
villagers. Just knight. Oh my god.
What?
Start walling. Just make as many walls as you can. Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Dev says they need mangonels. They needed mangonels a while ago.
That's why. Let me kill these fuckers.
This castle's gonna go down so
okay.
quick.
That
It's
castle-
over.
Oh, crap.
I
Prepare
think
more
As soon as
it's
this
over.
castle goes down, those knights just raid forever.
We're gonna listen in to
And
the other guys.
Oh,
Oh,
there's a
we're
guy.
open.
I'll shoot the repairs real quick. I'm coming.
Let's take stables.
Bodkin's just coming in.
No, go for yeah, I guess you can go for the stables.
There is no oh no, there is +2 on these knights. Yeah, this is
Can you
just
eject those 2 janissaries from the
a big
bounties?
flood.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it now. I don't think you should chase the Manged, I think you should stick together.
They just look super
I'm
dead.
killing the Manga. He's only killed one knight. So this is fine.
Oh, okay then.
I have 3 stables. This pump can be here.
The Kuman flood is now
No, they're
coming.
dead now.
Okay. You can't spend too long on Windrunner though. He's already bad. His knights aren't gonna do shit
Yeah, but
against this many Janis.
he's throwing his Manga to my knights.
this is a 105
No.
moment.
Yeah, I know, that's what I'm saying. Yes! Yes!
GG, well played. Yeah, that
There it is.
I
Yeah, all I'm
thought
saying is like, for this,
I
we
thought
don't
the
need
Teuton
to
was
play
gonna be
the
making
Windrunner
knights
alone, go straight
since
to
Castle Age started.
Well,
Kinda need
it's good. He
him.
needs to play the Boo.
I think Combine knows that once he doesn't have a teammate, he's not going to stop Janissaries with Magdai, with knights.
Yeah.
You know, like I just chased
they
these
ended
knights
it
around his base under
before
TCs
post-imp.
and I killed most of them.
And it worked out.
He's got 3 left.
Yeah, they had some good civs for game 3, but there is no game 3. And yeah, they just, I don't know, Turks, Kumans when there's arena. What did they ban? Oh, they banned the, that's kind of the thing with Leafman. They had to ban the Persians because the douche. Then you're giving Kumans away. So, double-edged sword there. Very well played. Mameluke and Leafman look like an incredible team, honestly. Too early to tell
I agree.
if they're the strongest team yet, but I think they're definitely up there. Top 3.
Yeah, and Leafman has improved quite a bit recently. He's received a lot of coaching,
Okay.
made a lot of improvements. Oh, they asked to play all 3?
Oh, did they?
Yeah, Mameluke just asked in game chat. Let's see. Well, they're just saying that because they know they won, but
Haboob show match. I mean, I'd love to see Haboob play all 3. Might get another game here, folks. I don't know if are they not that aware with what the Kumans can do on that map? Because it just seemed like boom with TCs into die. You have to be massing units. The Teuton totally can. And it's tough for knights. But let's hold off on any interviews until they respond.
yeah, and Castle Age is kind of tricky for the Mongol Teuton team. Perhaps some kind of
We're gonna get a game 3. They are agreeing to play it.
yeah, it's just mangonels behind the walls and just more stone walls and houses, perhaps. And if that's the case and they have mangonels, they kill the rams. Once the Mangadai mass just gets like massive, then Kumans can struggle. They can struggle if there's just a huge mass of Mangadai. And
Right.
Windrunner could go pikeman, halb, maybe even monk. And then again, that's when Turks and them can struggle. So I think that would have been the play in the second game.
Yeah, I agree. I think it would have backfired if they tried feudal. This was the much safer and stronger play. The other one has too much that can go wrong, and it's 2 people defending together against it. It's not just one person by himself, dying like a flank on normal arena. This was the way to go. I think another team in this tournament had Kumans and Turks. They didn't even use Kumans. I don't remember who it was. I know they used Turks. Maybe was it you and Link? Did you guys happen to get Kumans? I know you had your
Yeah, we
planned
had
strat.
Kumans, but I picked Kumans to deny Kumans from the other team because I knew that the Turks fast imp can struggle against Kumans if they just
Kumans.
go early knights.
Okay.
Granted, I should have just built up on the Kuman player and it would have been okay. Like I think
Yeah.
I just had to build up on Dev, just push in through Dev instead of pushing through Poly. That was my mistake
Yeah,
in,
yeah.
in
Look,
that game.
I think that opened a lot of eyes to how you attack on this map. It's not just, oh, break in the arena kill. It's like, wait, which
But
one
then
needs
again,
to die?
they pushed on Windrunner, and I guess they made it a little easier for them, like easier to break in compared to Combine. I'm not sure. Maybe it's just hard for both of them to deal with that many rams.
Yeah, I
But
think the Rams the other way would have worked too. There needed to be mangonels. There needed to be military. That's the biggest way to stop
yeah,
Kuman Rams is
you
mangonels.
just can't let them in. If they don't let them in, I don't know. Let me check how many TCs. Oh, yeah, I already left the game. But Leafman, I don't think he added TCs. He was kind of all in there. Like he
Oh yeah,
can't add
I
TCs at
didn't
that point.
check. I just
Perhaps
backed out of it.
Windrunner was just idling. Yeah, there's no point to go back, but I think Windrunner had a lot of idle time with his TCs because of the panic castle. Like he was panicking as a result of the castle.
Right.
But they should theoretically have more vills. But then again, they went on stone early, and there is a Kumans, so it is just kind of tricky.
Yeah, that's why I was concerned about the stone. I'm like, this doesn't really stop Kuman capped rams. Like military, mangonels, the castles don't really do anything there. Especially the Teuton castle. I get the Mongol player going to castle. I didn't like the Teuton castle. And especially like what if it was like a fast Turkip? The BBCs are out, they just eat it. It doesn't do anything. You don't need Teutonic Knights there. So maybe it's just not recognizing the strength of Kumans. I think if you're someone that plays Kumans a lot, you totally understand how to defend against them. But if you don't play them, I mean, I don't know. Does Bob, from your knowledge, does he play Kumans?
Bob, not that I could recall.
Who played them when you were on his team against Lapoche and Clements? Was that you? Or did he go Kumans on
When?
land? You guys played a 2v2 land nomad test match before this tournament began.
Oh, that was me and Bob. Oh yeah, Combine went Kumans. I don't know if it's actually that good on Land Nomad.
Yeah, I don't know if it is either. I played it a bit,
I think we
2v2
were
with
just playing down, like no disrespect, but we were playing. I think who was that? Lapoche and who else?
Clements. It was a big elo
Clements.
difference.
Yeah, we were playing down. I think that's the only reason it worked.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Clemens was just way behind because of a few scouts. Yeah, it was supposed to be J-Dubs. I guess he didn't show up, and it's a kind of a tell of what actually happened in the tournament as well. J-Dubs no show.
Yeah, there's been a no-show. Last tournament, it was Mameluke who no-showed and was gone.
Yeah,
This time, it's Mameluke who kind of filled in. Would have liked to see him in the slapdown go further. Who knows? I think you were supposed to face him in the
hold on. What if
semifinals.
he does the same thing he did in that last tournament and just doesn't
Leaves
show?
next round.
Leaves next round, and
Totally
then
disappears.
J-Dubs just comes back. It's a possibility. Okay, Windrunner making some mistakes. One house only, and then making a second one. Kind of strange. Maybe he forgot.
Alright, I was AFK for just a second. I missed what you said, but I'm sure they heard.
It's just the house that Windrunner made. Like he made it late and close to the TC, which kind of denies the farms from the Franks.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Late house.
Yeah, well, it doesn't matter. It's more so the farm space that is kind of concerning. Generally, you should build it outside of the TC indicator. That's kind of like a new meta shift that kind of occurred quite recently.
Yeah, I heard about that. I've seen it. I was starting to do it, and some people said, "Oh, don't worry about it. Don't do that."
Well, it's
It
just for the
doesn't
farm
matter.
space. That's the kind of the whole
'Cause it's
purpose of
too.
it.
My farms are so ugly. I guess it doesn't matter. But
Well,
if you make
in
pretty
like
farms,
Castle Age, you want to make fast farms. It's more important to make quick farms than
meaning
to.
ugly farms, right? They don't have to be
Yeah, yeah.
perfect. Yeah, yeah. Quick farms, guys. See? You heard it from Sammy. Get those pretty slow farms out of here.
Well, it's more so you don't want to be making two farms when you're fighting at the front. You know what I mean? Like, I make that mistake myself, and it's something I have to work on. But
You don't want to
if you're
make them
making
at
farms,
all?
yeah, exactly. Like if you're in your opponent's wood line, you never want to look back at your base
Oh,
to
not
make
even
two
for a
farms.
second.
No, because you're killing vills.
Okay.
You just want to make vills from the distance and just focus on killing him. Like
And then
there are
clean it
points where
up.
you just want to be like 3 minutes, you're just looking at your army and microing it rather than making two farms, going back. Because if that happens, you're gonna lose. You might lose your army, and then you're just behind. You're just gonna be
Right.
behind.
Right. I do feel like though, like sometimes you might get like 5 scouts in a wood line. They're whacking away on vills. Or are you saying even the blocking's more important than, okay, they're wrecking, let me drop a farm real quick and get back to my scouts that are already
Well, the one
wrecking?
farm, like making two farms, doesn't really matter there because you could kill technically all vills at that point
True, and
if you're
you're
just good with, like, because you could pull
because
back.
blocking too.
Let's say he fights with all his vills.
Oh,
If
is
you're
this a
paying
douche?
attention,
This is a douche. He is coming to douche
oh, okay.
Windrunner. But it's on Windrunner.
Is it?
Yes, it's on Windrunner. It's not on Bob. They don't know who's who. I think this is actually sort of a throw because Leafman is better than
Japanese
Windrunner.
douche.
Leafman,
Hopefully, it's in range.
I mean, it's a show match at this point, so he's gonna put on a
He
show.
doesn't know. He doesn't know where he is.
He has to, right?
Look at the fog of war of a
I know he
Leafman.
doesn't see him, but you have to know it's south. Oh, he saw the stragglers. Maybe he thought
Windrunner saw that, right?
I'm gonna
He
get a
knows.
reaction from Bob's team. I think they're gonna be fine with this.
Okay, at least
Well,
that's in range.
Well, shoot. Garrison, shoot. Garrison with the deer vills.
Yeah, he can win this
Deer
He
vills.
can win this fight.
Shoot that shit. Alright.
Yeah, you could technically. Oh
not-
my goodness.
Evacuate the berries. They don't matter now. Put those on wood.
Bob's gonna call out exactly how to deal with this. I love that.
Yeah, it's tricky for the scout player to kind of carry against archers, especially against Ethiopians. Like if he gets pikemen out, it's very hard for the scout player. Or because knights not that good against pikes. He can just make pikes with his archers.
Right. Could be tricky. I feel like
Time for
he's
the
just
repair
gonna
war.
win this. He's gonna win
Click it
this.
to repair. What
you are a bit too close.
the hell is this lumber camp?
Leafman should be dodging with a bill. Perhaps he needs more to repair.
I think this is just gonna go really bad for Leafman, and if it was on Bob, it could go bad, and it slows him down enough. But
And douche is just not a winning strategy, especially like with Persians maybe
Mhm.
against like a lower if you're playing down, but like with Japanese, you're saving like you saved 100 wood. That's it.
Yeah.
CC's gonna lose.
And he's up to feudal. This is Dark Age. This is a disaster. He's giving up on it.
I got house at the worst time.
Oh my goodness.
He goes straight to a lumber camp.
Well, held off the douche.
I guess this is what the viewers wanted.
Look at that. Now he's cocked. Now you just put a barracks and do what you normally do.
And
That's why
I'm
we're
not a
being
fan of
patient.
douches. I love seeing that douche lost right there.
I know that was just horrible. That shouldn't absolutely not work.
Because you're not
Maybe
ahead
if
in
he
any way.
douches Bob here, he could douche Bob here perhaps. Might get denied because of the archers, but it would be better than douching him again. That's for sure.
Right. At least slow Bob down.
Yeah.
Give your Hun player a chance.
Yeah, that would be the best actually if he douches Bob.
Because then maybe Mameluke carries again.
But Bob should wall off the front at this point. He's
Yeah,
thinking
I'll
about it.
try and get up to doing stuff, but
Yeah, let's see.
I'm gonna switch the
you
audio
basically
over
just have a
to
1v1 now.
Yeah, I'm playing
Mameluke.
this guy.
Mameluke and Leafman.
Douche completely failed.
Oh, did it really?
Yeah.
Is he going to Bob now?
Yeah, he
I
is.
said I
He is.
wasn't
Well,
going
it
to
is the
try
correct
him.
play, but
I would have
he might
had board
actually just
fills
get
and
denied
stuff
with the
and
archers.
stuff.
It might not even get in. Is Bob gonna? Yeah, that's. He's gonna need help, but he's got spears. The scouts can't just stop this. They could dive the one spear. Bob's gonna see it right now and be like, "Really, bro?"
He's gonna
The
have a bunch
fletching's
of
gonna be in
archers.
on those archers.
Sure. Oh god, don't shoot my fucking TC foundation.
Can
Oh
you
god, the
kill
archers
the-
ahead. Get him. Get him.
Can you kill the spear?
Wait, does this
Yes. That's one thing I can do.
thing? The vills are coming in. I think this is a disaster.
No, I can't. It's running away from me. Get the archers.
Kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it. He's right there.
The spear.
Oh
Fuck
my
it, you're
god.
screwed. I'm gonna just go back.
It's a
to 2v1 then.
disaster.
Fuck it, you're screwed. Good team spirit there.
Don't think this goes up.
They shouldn't have done game 3. Okay, yes, more vills coming. Yes.
I know
There's
at this
more.
point, game 3 is kind of a joke.
We do game 4.
You only
Hey,
have that.
the best of
I guess.
5s could start now. Maybe they'll agree to like upping it to a best of 5.
Yeah.
If they're okay with it,
Okay.
we could make this a for real best of 5.
And I want to play 7 Days to Die.